Hi, welcome to the Ultimate Snooker Scoreboard, created in Excel with a view to this becoming an app used on phones and tablets. It works on Excel just now, and you can use Chrome browser to cast this to a big TV where somebody can be completing this as others enjoy playing the match. So first of all, we've got a number of tabs on the bottom, so we'll go through them. Welcome, just tells you a little about Ultimate Snooker Scoreboard, basic functionality, just as a kind of mock screen to give a little introduction. The next tab is the buttons. So, this allows you to tap the colored balls or buttons, as you can see on screen. We'll show you that in a second, so that you can run through a complete match. So you can put a foul of red or any of the colors. You can break off, you can miss a red, you can miss a color. You've got potted fouled reds, so you can take reds off the table essentially if somebody fouls and a red goes down. You've got a free ball when you're on the red, so it's worth one. You've got a free ball. If you've got a free ball but you haven't put two reds, you can put plus free ball one more, and it'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4 points if you're lucky enough to put four reds in a shot. You've also got match stats like the telly, so there's a sheet that calculates all of that: shot time, average fills given away, your points, total points, etc. We'll show you that. In the match, and for any shot, you can pot, you can foul or play safe. If somebody's fouled, you can ask them to play again, or you can end their turn so it comes back to you. And you've got add and remove buttons throughout the scoreboard that allows you to adjust things live without having to muck about doing anything else. You can just add and remove frames and points, and it keeps it really easy. Cast scoreboard is a later feature which will allow you to cast what's on your screen to the TV, and that will be when it's at app stage. Also lets you know who broke off, and if snookers are required, you've got a new frame button to cycle through, and if you click on the Strachan logo, it will reset the whole scoreboard. You can restart the timer as well as an automatic timer. So let's get started. Match setup, you can choose the name of the players. Everything else is locked, so you can't edit. You've got first name and last name of player 1 and player 2, the tournament name, what round it is, and you can choose any amount of frames you like. You can also choose between 15, 10, and 6 reds. When everything is set up, along with handicaps as well, you can see the handicaps here. We click Start Match, and you can see this is a scoreboard that I've created. So the timer started. It's myself versus Ian. So first of all, you've got the buttons there. So off a break, you can put a red. You can play safe by breaking off, or you might foul. It already tells you the frame difference, and that's live. Okay, and Ian has a start because he's off 35 from me, and you can see you've got the plus and minus buttons there. It also tells you how many reds are left in the table, so it allows the calculation of the points remaining. Okay, so the points remaining are accurate, unlike other scoreboards. As soon as the red's potted, the points remaining when it goes to the next player are automatically updated. So we show that live. It's the best of 7. So let's get started. So I'm going to break off. So I'll click on the break button. You'll see that it's saying I'm the breaker here, and that's dulled, and it's now on Ian's side. So Ian's going to miss, as he usually does. And then I'm going to go on a break because he left me open. So red. And then you can, if you put 2 reds in one shot, you can tap red again as many times as you like. If you're lucky enough to put 15 reds, then awesome, right to the Guinness Book of Records. So next, you can either miss a colour or pot a colour. You can foul or play safe. So all of the options are there. You can see I'm only 34 behind now. There's 146 left, so it knows I'm still on a colour. So like other scoreboards, it doesn't take 8 off and go down. So I'm going to put a black, put a red, put a pink. You can see the break going up and my total points. The difference is all live as well. The points remaining is all live, and it tells you next ball is red, next ball is colour. So actually it tells you, gives you a little prompt of what you have to do next. Most people, of course, do know that. So I'm going to go on a little break here, and then I'm going to foul at the end. I'm right back up with Ian. We're on 1 point ahead. I'm going to foul. So in the foul, you choose the value. So you can choose what colour. It doesn't really matter between the red, green, and brown because they're all worth 4, but it'll be a foul 5, 6, and 7 for the black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that. So it says foul 5. Ian's got his points. My break's stopped, and Ian has a choice of making me play again, of course, because it was a foul, or he can end my turn. So I'm going to end turn. Ian actually, based on this, has got a free ball. So a free ball is a red, so he can tap free ball, and he can choose what the free ball was, and whatever it is, you can choose the value there. Okay. So he's taken the free ball and he's then put it to brown. So he's got the break of 5 and he can continue on. If you know it's the free ball is only worth 1 point because it's a red, you can click on the red part. So I'm going to make him miss. And then basically just run through doing a break. Miss colour, just changes turns. You've got miss and you've got play safe. You've got foul, of course. Foul to pink, so it's 6. I'll end his turn. I get a free ball. So I'll take the free ball and then put a colour. And then I'm back on a break again, so I'll go through it. And then I play safe. Ian plays safe. Then I miss. Then Ian pots. Hopefully you get the gist of how it all works, and it's just really straightforward running through. And you can't really click anything that's incorrect, because either on this stage you run a colour, you can miss a colour, you can pot a colour, you can foul, or you can play safe. There's nothing else you can do unless somebody tells me. So I'm going to play safe again, and then because that is at 0, the system knows there's no reds left, so it jumps to the colours. So I'm going to now pot the yellow, and then I'm going to foul. So when I'm fouling, I can't choose yellow as a foul because it doesn't exist anymore. So this is live, it works properly. So I'm going to foul on the blue, and Ian's going to take the free ball. So if he takes the free ball, that means he's taken another colour. If he can pot the green on the free ball, he comes off a cushion and pots it or something like that, then you can take the green. But if you click free ball, the green just stays there. So he gets his points. So he's got 5 plus 8, and then he can go on and pot the different balls. Okay, so he's now 16 in front. So he's too far in front. So I will let him pot. And you can see now the computers tell me, or the scoreboards tell me I need snookers, and I'll just let him pot the black. So it's ended now. There's no more balls or that you can hit or any buttons. So you basically start a new frame. So Ian's 1-0 up. He's now he's the breaker. So you can now start the whole thing again. So I'm just going to show you some other things that this does. So let's have a look at the match stats. So I'm clicking match stats. This is all live. So Ian scored 68 points to my 84. I've put 23 balls to his 15. And the average shot duration in seconds, that should be pulling up a figure. It usually does. It depends on how quickly you click through the buttons. Then the pot success, you've got your fouls, your points conceded in fouls, your safety success, and your highest break. So you can close that down with that, and then you can just start your going again. So again, it works better when you click slower, because it allows the computer in the background to actually work out the seconds between each shot. And if you do pot 2 shots or 3 reds in 1 shot, sorry, you just keep clicking them. It keeps adding 1, 1, 1. You might have a fluke and pot 3 reds, so it copes with that. Then you're back onto the colours again. And at any point, this is all live, so you can see the stats there. I will miss now and let Ian get a break. So you can see going through. So as soon as the last red's potted, even if it's miscolour, it comes down to the colours here. And if it is a draw at the end, it'll know, and it'll bring up a spotted black. So it'll bring up a black ball again. And then the first person to pot it or the first person to foul it, the other person wins the frame. So normal rules are applied. So I'm just seeing if I can get this. So what I'll do is I'll manipulate the scoreboard as well. So I know that'll say snookers, but I'm going to use the plus button. So there you go. That's how easy it is just to adjust things if they're wrong. Okay, so if you want to add frames, I don't like them being 1 up, we'll make it 1 each, etc. You make a mistake, or you want to change the frames, you can just go in and edit them. You can do the plus and minus there. So you can choose everything. I think that's a lot easier to do. The idea is to have this on a tablet that casts to a telly. So the person can just do this manually as a third person, and the players can see everything. And it looks really nice on a big screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself as a plus. So on 71, Ian's going to miss. Of course, I've cheated. So 78, there we go. It says respot. Okay, next ball is black. So I play safe, then Ian plays safe. I miss, Ian fouls. No more buttons. I win. That's fairer, isn't it? So new frame, we're at 1 each. So there's a couple of other tabs down here. We've got charts, so you can actually start to see how many balls you've potted, how many breaks you've had, kind of performance charts. Just nice to have. I thought it'd be pretty cool there to show what your favourite colour ball was and how many you've potted. And of course, you can save the scoreboard and have as many frames as you like. You know, you can go right up to whatever you want. And as soon as if we make this best of 3, then if I click new frame to switch, Ian's got a start, so he'll be the winner right away because it takes there, but you'll see what happens. Tells me he's a winner, okay, which doesn't happen too often, to be fair. You can reset the clock, you can just click the restart, but it just tells you your time of match. All of these graphics, by the way, they're just pictures, so that's where information pulls in from the setup, of course, with the people's names. I just drag pictures onto the screen here, as you can see. So you can put handicaps in and put names in, so pretty neat. Hopefully this can be an app at some point, but it certainly works within Excel and can be cast to a big screen TV. But like any app, even all the ones I've seen, you probably need a third person to be able to do this. The idea too is to have the scoreboard as an app with an option too when you cast that your phone becomes a controller, so you can tap the same colored balls as here, so you can tap red and you can tap pink or foul or safe, and you can see the player name. So as a referee or a third person, what you control on your phone is different in layout to what you see on the screen. But I think this just takes it further than what the World Snooker do. You're certainly not allowed to show fouls and fouls on the snookers required, etc. But the functionality here is just so much easier, you know, to add and take away. So he's not the winner anymore. Okay, great. So hopefully that gives you a flavour of what I'm doing. If there's any app developers out there, I'll be delighted to speak to you. I think I've got something quite exciting here, especially with the launch of TVs as scoreboards at clubs, something that's very easy to use. So speak to you soon.